Have you ever felt a knot in your stomach when looking at your bank statement? Or simply avoided checking it altogether out of fear? You are not alone. Most of us were never taught how to manage, invest, or grow our wealth in school, leaving us completely unprepared for the sudden realities of rent, taxes, and mortgages. If you've been struggling with credit card debt or just feel an underlying anxiety about not having enough, I want you to take a deep breath and realize that your lack of financial literacy is not your fault. Today, we are going to change that narrative and transform your money mindset from one of avoidance and anxiety into one of absolute security. Just like in relationships, we have attachment styles with our finances. We are either anxious, avoidant, or secure. To reach that secure stage, we first have to unlearn the massive myth that money is the root of all evil. The truth is that the love and obsession for money is the root of evil, but money itself is simply a universal resource and energy. You do not have to become a millionaire or fall in love with wealth, but you do need to feel safe mastering it. Let's dive into the core lessons that will help you stop hiding from your finances and start taking confident control of your future. 1. You have a decision problem, not an income problem. Many young adults fall into the trap of thinking they will automatically get better at managing money once they start earning a higher salary. However, science reveals that your financial well-being is actually predicted by your sense of control, not your income. People who possess an internal locus of control, meaning they believe their own actions influence their outcomes, are much more likely to successfully budget and bounce back from financial stress. Actionable. Example. You can start building wealth today by taking responsibility for your habits, even if you're broke. Make 3 small decisions right now. Set up a free budgeting app, cancel a single unnecessary subscription, or transfer just $5 to a savings account. 2. Make your savings invisible. There is a powerful psychological principle at play with our bank accounts. We spend whatever we mentally label as available. If your entire paycheck sits in your checking account, your brain views it as spendable money, which is why relying solely on discipline to spend less usually fails. To reduce the friction between what you want to do and what you actually do, you must rely on automation and separation. Actionable example. Open a second account today and set up an automatic transfer for 10%, 20%, or even just 10 of every paycheck to go straight there. Instead of giving it the boring and sometimes stressful label of savings, name it your Freedom Fund to make it exciting and inspiring. 3. Financial education outperforms impulsive purchases. While buying things gives you a short-term hit of dopamine, building long-term wealth requires financial literacy. Studies show that people with higher financial literacy have lower anxiety and better life outcomes. Ignorance can be incredibly costly. For instance, a friend of the host blindly put 50% of his life savings into crypto without understanding it. When the market dropped, he panicked, withdrew everything, and lost $10,000, completely missing out when the market went back up the following week. Additionally, you must avoid the golden handcuffs, getting so used to spending money to present a lavish lifestyle that you cannot afford to quit a job you hate. The host avoided this by leaving a safe, stable consulting job and accepting less money initially so he could pursue his true passion. Actionable example. Swap one mindless social media scroll today for 10 minutes of reading about a financial concept such as compound interest or inflation. Furthermore, start looking at your lifestyle expenses as a percentage of your after-tax income rather than just raw numbers. 4. Debt isn't evil, ignorance is. Most people in their 20s are taught that all debt is inherently bad, which creates fear and causes them to avoid learning about it entirely. Psychologically, humans react much more strongly to losses than to gains, leading us to emotionally shut down when it comes to debt. However, avoiding it is exactly what leads to massive mistakes. You cannot beat a financial system that you do not understand. Actionable example. Don't look at all your debt as one giant, overwhelming bubble. Pick one specific debt, like a student loan or a credit card, and deeply investigate how it works. Educate yourself on the basic mechanics of APR, interest rates, and credit scores, and formulate a plan to tackle one thing at a time. 5. You aren't lazy, you are overwhelmed. When people struggle with money, they often blame themselves for being lazy or bad with money. In reality, they are usually suffering from decision fatigue. Having too many small, unresolved financial decisions drains your willpower, which science shows directly leads to impulsive spending, missed opportunities, and avoidance. Actionable example: you must simplify before you scale. Instead of pressuring yourself to fix your entire financial life at once, pick just one financial goal for the next 30 days and focus exclusively on tracking that. 6. Rewrite your inherited money scripts. Your mindset around money is heavily influenced by cognitive scripts that you unconsciously absorbed during childhood. If you grew up hearing things like money is hard to make or rich people are greedy, those inherited narratives will dictate your habits until you actively rewrite them. The host shared that he grew up in a household that had just enough, which led him to comfortably live paycheck to paycheck with $0 in his bank account. He realized this mindset was like saying, "I only have just enough oxygen for 3 months," which naturally breeds immense fear and stress. Actionable example: write down 3 money beliefs you heard from your parents or family growing up. Ask yourself if they still serve you and then rewrite them. For example, change the script, "Money is selfish," to "Money is fuel for generosity." Treat your money like a partner. If you avoid it, disrespect it, and refuse to learn about it, it will leave you. 7. Generosity multiplies wealth. When we feel financially stressed, our instinct is to hoard our resources. However, psychological studies reveal that intentional generosity actually improves your motivation, long-term wealth mindset, and overall optimism. Many people fear that acquiring wealth will change their hearts and make them bad people, but money simply amplifies who you already are. If you are a generous person, having more money just gives you the ability to be more generous. Actionable example: even small amounts make a massive difference. During a pandemic fundraiser, Forgive India, thousands of people giving just $5 or $10 helped raise over $5 million in 24 hours, which was then matched by large donors like Ray Dalio. Commit to giving something small this week, whether it is $5, a helpful referral, or your time and skills, and watch how your energy toward money shifts. Finally, make sure to like and subscribe and follow this space for more financial freedom content.